Cellulant. I'm sure you've seen a lot of Cellulant around. So it's actually a payments company, and we'll take you through the introduction. I'm joined by my colleague.
Hi everyone. I'm Alex. I'm a product manager. We've been Cellulant for about 11 years now. So I need payment. So yeah, we're here to share our story, listen to what you're looking up for, and see how we can bridge the gap in what we're doing.
Yeah. So who's in the room?
Us. Us.
What do you guys do? So I want to hear a couple of all students raise your hands. Just I like this person. Yeah. Entrepreneurs? It's a good thing. You too? Okay. So it's interesting for the students. Let me ask one more question. They promise we're the ones who are going to be talking more than you guys. For the students, what is your expectations of this project, this particular program? This next 1.5 hours. Anybody can.
It's more enlightenment when you're talking. Get more insight. Use the information.
Okay. So more insights?
As a student, I expect to find a solution of how I can better my student life. Things like how to meet my student expenses in an easy way. Mambo kama school fees na nini, I expect to find an easy and less expensive way of solving such problems.
Okay.
I think from an entrepreneur's point of view, I want to know how I can integrate more my payment with any software or any app that I have.
There's space to sit over here. Great. Guys at the back? Expectation?
It's more like what you're saying. How we expect our clients to be able to be making those payments digitally without involving them using quick cash, maybe the hard cash then. So more efficient methods of
Okay.
paying.
Anyone else? Looking at you. So just to set expectation. I didn't get your name. And just understood. think everybody's gonna get a t-shirt, yeah? So they're gonna be distributed. So thank you. I think 3 out of 4 is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We might not be able to cover expenses and how to better do that allocation, because what we are actually looking to have an interactive conversation on is how do we integrate digital payments to your businesses? And what does that particular aspect mean, or how do you go about it, and how are you able to be more effective about it? So what do I do for Cellulant? Actually, I did not say what I do for Cellulant. I take care of engagement for global payments and digital payments actually in totality. And what does that mean? Actually, that just means that when you have a business, for example, and you want to be able to collect payments, I sit with you and we have conversations on just how effective can collecting payments digitally be for your organization, for your business. What does that mean in as far as who are you reaching, how many more people are you able to reach, and how many conversions are you able to actually make from a point of actually making payments easy for the end user. So you know every single thing right now is social media, yeah, or in the internet. Every single thing that you want to know about, every single thing that you want to sell or buy, you're able to actually get that online. So it actually makes a lot of sense for, if I'm able to go online to buy something, to look for something or find information about something with the intention of either selling it or buying it, I should be able to complete that by paying for it. So by a show of hands, how many people have ever purchased something online? It's a good number. And what made you purchase it online? So okay, so one person, what did you buy online? Some dresses. Okay. And how did you pay for it?
I guess there was a number which was attached to the app. Then I called the lady and communicated by WhatsApp. Then I sent the money and my ID number and the proof of delivery via
So you paid by what, M-Pesa?
yeah,
You paid by M-Pesa. Because you know M-Pesa for us Kenyans pretty much is what digital payments is about. Our story is slightly different. Cellulant started about 15 years ago, and I'm going to tie it all up so that we get to that place where it becomes the meat of this conversation. So Cellulant started 15 years ago, and it started with actually selling content, music content. So the way you buy music on, and I'm sure a lot of people here do not interact with that platform, knowing that a good number are students. You actually use your airtime to buy music. Use your airtime to buy reviews. That is where Cellulant started from. But Cellulant has done a lot of evolving across the 15 years, and a lot of people who are actually here who are starting out their businesses, maybe they're in the first 3 years or the second phase, which is, and companies usually take that up and down and you have to reinvent yourself every so often, especially if you're in the digital space. So, so the second phase, and Alex has been there longer than I have, so he can tell the story a little bit better, but I will try and do it justice. What followed then was Cellulant providing to corporates so that corporates would provide to the consumers like you and I. And what do I mean by that? There was a need for linking bank accounts to mobile network operators to the end user. And right now when you do a transaction and you actually pull your money from your bank, for example, to your phone, so that you're able to make that payment for the addresses that you want to make the payment for, there's actually someone who's doing that in the background. And most of them are actually riding on our platform. So enter how our business model was actually formed. We were actually now concentrating on banks and other big finance companies so that we're able to cover them for payment. So it took that natural progression, and with that, it bore a lot of partnerships with banks, bore a lot of partnerships with mobile network operators. And as time went by then, because of those partnerships, and because of the fact that we would get into partnerships, say, with one big bank, and I'll give an example of, say, EcoBank. EcoBank is present in 33 countries. Then it also just informed our decision to actually be in more than one country so that we're able to give the services that we had modeled for this big corporations. So that was probably second, third phase. So fourth phase, and actually where we currently are right now, we have enough partnerships from the bank side, we have enough partnerships from the mobile network operator side, and this is where you get your digital payments from. Yeah, so if you are salaried, or if you are being paid as a supplier, or if you're getting any facilities from the bank, you have to have a bank account. If you're being paid, say if you have a small business, your money is probably deposited to an M-Pesa account. You need to make those payments. So that switch over is where and how we actually define what digital payments is, and how it is so important for us and for you as you start your businesses, or as you're in business. It is important for you to look for companies that have integrated as many payment methods as there can be, so that you give option to the consumer at the end of the day. So if she was buying dresses, then probably she doesn't have an M-Pesa line. I know it's very rare not to have an M-Pesa line, but if you did have an M-Pesa line and you had some money in your cooperative bank account, then you're able to actually pull the money from your cooperative bank account, and with just one click you're able to pay. You're actually able to say, if I have 100 bob from M-Pesa, and then I have 100 bob from my bank account, and whatever I need to buy is 200 shillings, then I'm able to actually fulfill that payment, as opposed to saying that I'm actually just going to be having a pay bill number, for example, so that people are able to pay. Because payments are driven by the consumer. Because you're actually in business because of the people that you're addressing. So you just need to make sure that you're giving them options. You have a very smooth sort of integration between the people who are giving you these payment options. It's not expensive, because obviously at the point where you're looking to grow your business, it is very important that it's not something that breaks the bank at the very initial stages as you're collecting payments. Because a lot of businesses now, the margins are very, very small. So Cellulant saw that gap, because we had partnerships with mobile network operators, your partnerships with banks, and then come and just converge all these payment options and give just with a single integration, a single API, you're able to actually have these payments put forward to the consumer so that the consumer is able to pay. So pretty much that is the journey of why we are standing here saying that we are experts in payments, and we know exactly what digital payments is about and how it can change your business. So when that happened, we have interacted with small companies and small companies that have become a success story just because we're able to give them options to their consumers to be able to pay. Where we give them, I don't know if you guys are conversant with, say, PesaLink, where PesaLink actually gives you 31 banks. At the click of a button, you have the options of actually whatever bank you're in is in that PesaLink platform. You have M-Pesa where we actually also just do the integration, and you have M-Pesa as an option. You have Equitel as an option. You have obviously you have Safaricom as an option. It is important to have bank because sometimes even that M-Pesa will fail. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to incur that the charges to move from your bank account to M-Pesa, from M-Pesa to, you can actually just do a direct from bank, and you're able to make the payment. So pretty much that is the introduction of the digital payment space, especially in Kenya. Kenya is, I like to say, Kenya is such a peculiar market. It doesn't follow the rules that other markets follow as far as digital payments is concerned. In Africa, cash is king. In Kenya, digital payments is king. Yeah? And when I say digital payments, you'd rather, I don't even remember the last time I carried hard cash. Like when someone asks me for hard cash, I'm usually thrown off and I'm wondering, hey, uko na M-Pesa, which has become a legal tender, yeah? So, that is a sensitization that you need to, when you're getting into business, when you're in business, you need to know that you have to answer to the needs, to the specific needs of the people that you're speaking to. Kenyans speak the language of digital payments very fluently. They're able to actually ask for options that are convenient for them. And in this journey, and now when we started looking at a consumer, Mula, and I'm sure you see a lot of Mula behind me, yeah? There's Mula back there, so Mula is a catchy phrase. Mula is funny, yeah? So Mula is our consumer, platform, and that is actually, how old is Mula? Yeah, I think Mula is about 3 years, and maybe you can. Okay. Alright. So what did Mula come to answer, and what are we also hoping that you get out of this session? Is that you don't have to build things from scratch. You don't have to invest that much to be able to give your consumers the options to pay. Mula is actually it takes many things. It's able to search you out on bill papers. It's actually able to, it's like your personal assistant, it's magic, yeah? It's able to pull on your bills, give you all the options that you require to pay. You're able to buy airtime and just your amenities that you do on a daily basis. And specifically for the guys who want to have a platform for business, and this probably will answer even to the students in the room, that you have an app that is able to actually help you out with just those little things that you would be required to do on a daily basis. And for businesses, then we are also looking at giving you a platform where you actually do not have to do everything from scratch, and you're able to have eyeballs looking at your products and services, and they are able to actually go the extra mile and actually pay for the payment. So I think you set up. So I'll let Alex do a bit of the intro too.
Cool. Clap for Rita. Fantastic. So I heard there's some guys who are in school, there's some entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs, what businesses are you doing? Sorry? Farming. Uh-huh. Photography. Uh-huh.
Cyber.
Okay. Woodworking. Okay. And what would you want to do in regards to digital payments? How do you connect digital payments with what you do today? Like in farming, for example, how do you connect these two worlds? I mean, it sounds like they're very far apart.
For instance, my case when I send orders,
Yeah.
they ask whether we have payment through the restaurants.
Okay. So let's take a step back and demystify this thing that's called digital payments. Yeah. We'll come back to see whether we've answered this. So let's take a typical journey of our life. Yeah. So we all get born. Yeah. So there's a long period here where we're in school. Yeah. So primary, secondary. Then life goes into a different phase. There's what are the different things that happen, especially when you start making money? Because somewhere around here, people start making money. No, us guys talk in dollars, but for this case, yeah, we talk in dollars, but in this case, I'll just use Kenya shillings. So what's the typical journey of what we do month on month? If we look at our behaviors, at the start, I mean, definitely you want to, at the start of the month, let's just take a monthly period. At the start of the month, you will earn some money, yeah? True? Let's go, guys, we're connecting, yeah? These are daily, monthly life. You just go through. You earn some money, what do you then do? Yeah, you do some planning or budgeting first, yeah? Yeah? Oh, then people will just spend money. You receive and you spend. You even plan before you get the money. Okay. So you earn some money, there's some budgeting that happened. Now here, this almost happens on this other side. Yeah. Okay, cool. You need to make some money. When the money comes, some people will do some budgeting in this case. Then what are the first things you do once you get money? Sorry? Oh, you can't see.
Can it be raised? Is it possible?
I think it is. I think it is. Is that better? Yeah, I don't think it will go higher. So you earn some money, you budget. What are the first things you pay for? Your rent. Rent. Electricity. Okay, let me put food in a different place. But electricity, rent, electricity, water, airtime. And these are the first things you pay for transport to keep paying every other.
So you set aside the money for transport for the next day.
Okay, so rent, electricity, transport,
Sport, for instance.
food.
Emergencies.
Insurance. So yeah.
It is also saving.
Yes. So once you pay your electricity, water, and all that, there's definitely some investments you might make. Put aside some money to invest something. There's savings you put aside. Yeah. Then there is what? There's the normal other spend you do every other day. There's no maziwa, no cashes. No. There's just normal. Yeah, normal spend in the month. After that normal spend in the month, there's what you do for fun and stuff and all that. You know, there's what we call entertainment or surplus.
That is optional.
Along especially, we fall in this category. You go, you meet a nice lady, you didn't plan to spend like evening. And then what happens after that? The cycle happens again. So at this point, either you are negative, ama if you save vizuri, uko sawa. You can fall in either bucket. Yeah? True or false? True. Now, if you look at all these things, how do you make these payments today? Because first, let's even start at this point. So when you get money, where does this money go? How do you pay? So you find you're either paying into a bank account. Some guys receive cash, yeah? Every day, maybe you make one up, M-Pesa, single. That's why your money is sitting. You either have your money in real cash, or your money is in your bank account, or somewhere in M-Pesa. Yeah? I know there is ability to then move money in either way, put them in there. So, if this is where your money sits, what are the interactions of how you make these payments? How do you pay these payments? How do you pay rent, water? Unalipa pesa unapeleka cash? It depends, yeah. So they're different. The guys who go to a bank, the guys who take cash at the end of the month,
There are scenarios you live with your landlord, so you just give him the time.
And actually, that means,
Yes?
no, actually, that's a very important point
Yes.
because cash is still key. You understand? Like, there's still that interaction that there's a hard cash aspect of it, which maybe I don't know about it.
So, that's how we pay. How do you pay for power? It's like it's either you buy tokens digitally or it's a pesa you use it. No, your water, your airtime. You guys, who has bought airtime today? How did you buy? Did you get a scratch card or?
Ukapatia pesa.
Then, things like insurance. Mamboga unamlipa aje? Unampa cash ama unamlipa ile sawa?
Actually, I have a question. Unalipa cash, is that the way you prefer to pay? Ama hiyo ndo anataka. Wewe ungeulizwa ni budget. Wewe ungetaka budget. So kuna charges.
Alafu pia kuna pricing ya mwezi ununua kabisa alafu nalipa na M-Pesa.
So you'd rather just
Ampatie cash. Ampatie cash. Story issue.
Yeah. So if this is how we live our lives, right? And these are the interactions we have in our everyday life then. So what is the role of digital payments in this case? So if you put, let's take a very nice use case, like she gave, agriculture. Yeah? So Kiamka, for her to make her money, she have to do a few things. So atenda prepare, farm yake prepare, atanunua mbegu, she will plant, she will buy fertilizer, and then now she has her, let's say for example, it's cabbages. Sasa amekuja kwa micro kuuza cabbage. Now, by the time, let's just use what she does. Yeah? So she will buy seeds. First, she will prepare her farm, yeah? Buy seeds, she will plant. She will spend, do what? Fertilizer.
Fertilizer, workers.
Then she harvest. Yeah? Now when she harvested,
storage.
Harvest, transport. Yeah? Yeah. So you transport imekuja kwa market. After ndio. Now this is when me and you live. We want to come in, then buy. Yeah. So all this is a cost for her. By the time she gets her goods to the market, this is all her cost to me. Yeah. And by the time she's doing all this, like you know, all this, by the time she's harvested and the product gets to the market, you know, 20 some hapa. Yeah. Because at times you might have given labda amepeleka kwa a local place pali they come and buy. Na watu wanakuja wananunua and then they take them to different markets on a distribute. Or suppliers, wana supply, wanauza. By the time wengine wanaishi hapa, they already sell their goods here. Maybe they sell a bag of cabbage at let's say for easy math, maybe 1,000 bob. For 1,000. By the time it gets here to the market, that gunia maybe is selling at 1,400. Let's say. Alafu sasa wao wanauziwa kidogo kidogo. So people are making money all the way. So there's so many middlemen in the middle. So what role can digital payments play in this case? Yeah.
Hapo kwa buying seeds, I can talk with my seed supplier kama nitumie hizo seeds na pick up na mtumia pesa na M-Pesa.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to bring out is digital payments can help in two ways. One, digital payments by the way is not an easy. It's not per se saying that it makes. There's a cost to invest to have digital payments, but the benefits you get out of it make it very easy for people to manage in a way, which is one. You get the visibility of data because once you digitize a payment, let's say like nimesema anataka kununua seeds hapa. So and we all have phones today. It's very easy for her to just maybe we can develop an application today that says, hey, I want to get X amount of seeds. Anapata anasema niko hapa ikidistributiwa yeye analipa automatically. So already the seller of seeds here. So if there's a seller of seeds here, you can already connect to his market. So he can track and know who are all his individual customers that are paying. And once customers pay, we can easily track who has paid, who has not paid. Yeah. And in the same way, like if she now had cabbages here, now would it be good if Gemamia, I want me and 5 cabbages in a week or in a month or 20 in a month? Then is it easier for her to just, instead of then going through all this way, ukisha order, you order directly, she can sell to you at a better price, and directly she will just then maybe atatuma msewa boda akulete tu cabbages zako direct from the farm anauza, atakata easy. So whatever costs she will spend here, it goes and she can make that from where she is. Yeah? It makes it very, very easy to put it up in that way. Squeezy, kuna watu wengi pia wanafanya business on Facebook. How many people go to Facebook? Unataka kiatu, you want a nice dress, a shirt, ama Instagram. Unaenda Instagram, unaenda Facebook, unatafuta kitu, unasema I want. And then from there, what happens? Yeah, so you go to click buy, but today you don't have a button that tells you buy and pay there and there. What happens? At times unataka useme nini? Okay, I want to address nini? Let number yako ni gani na kuna. That's how it works today, yeah. Yeah. So now, when you're doing your businesses in that way, because today, if you look at the world of today, Daniel sing you all have mobile phones, yeah? You're always going online, and it's an easy way for you to reach your customers directly, because now, if you look at it from a business perspective, what matters to the business? have customers. And here you're a business. Let me just use this to represent a business. You want the easiest and cheapest way. As a business, you want an easy and cheapest way to you want a very easy way to deliver a service or sell your services to your direct customers. Yeah? And you want a very easy way for your customers to be able to pay you. True? Pay for goods and services. Yeah? Now there's a lot that can happen, and we've looked at those interactions. So a business here can be your power, Mama Moda. She's selling her farm things. It's someone who's on Facebook anauza viatu, anauza shati, anauza viatu. It's maybe ni lipstick, mtu anauza on Instagram anaeka, but there's a customer here today. So important things you want to know, one, as a business, you want a direct way to talk and market your customers. You want to know who are they, what are their patterns, how do they pay, so that you can be able now to know, can you do direct sales, direct promotions and things like that. And you want a very easy way for your customer to be able to pay you. Because how many times have you seen something and maybe when they kwa biashara nakwambia mimi sichukui mpesa, mimi ni cash, kama una cash sichukui, and maybe at that point hauna pesa kwa bank, una pesa kwa mpesa, you have money in mpesa, but sasa video ni tafute agent bro ukuje umpe cash, it's already a cost for you today. True or false? Yeah. So now what we have done, because then from where we're coming from, a lot of people, what they do is, most of this is usually paid through money today. But if you look at customers today here, they work with their mobile phones, and they also have access to the internet. Yeah? People have access to that, whether at work, you have access, and customers are online today. They have devices that you can use to interact directly with them for them to get services. So here we come and say there are channels. And what happens today? There are banks that exist. There's M-Pesa that exists today. So I know people keep their money. So we know there's cash, and that's an outlier. How do people keep their money? Just keep that as an outlier. Let's build on this. People have money in their bank account. In M-Pesa, there are some people who use online, for those who trust. Who has bought stuff and used their Visa card online? eBay, on Amazon, you guys, if you're going for an event or something, or Visa. This is where people keep their money. And this is the business. Yeah? So now, because this is where customers are operating, and today, because of things like mobile banking, you find these customers, they are connected. Through your phone now, you access a person direct. Yeah? Through your phone and mobile banking, you can access money in your bank account. Yeah? But can you easily pay, let's say, go to Facebook and go to an investor. If you have your money in your bank account, can you easily go and take money from your bank account and easily shake a transaction and pay it directly to it?
Yes, but it's very expensive.
How? Bank transfer. Yeah? So kuna kika bank transfer. And then now, when someone pays, you find a bank transfer, this guy needs to be notified that secure. And you find, what do merchants have today? A lot of businesses are going online. Businesses are on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. There's mobile apps that are coming up that people are developing today. What else? There's websites. And this basically now creates a connection where, as a business, you can put your products here so that your customers can come online and they see what you have, and you just want an easy way for them to be able to pay. Yeah? Now, what we have done as Cellulant, here, just call this, we have built a payment system that sits in the middle of all these parties. Yeah? So we have a system basically that connects to or integrates to merchant systems, their channels. We have what we're calling Facebook shops. Later on, if you get time, you'll be able to go to our stand there and we'll show you what we've done on Facebook. So on Facebook today, what we've been able to do, that tumeanza na Huda, labda mnaona mjaona. Huda, tunaona na Huda. You know Huda sells lipsticks, makeup, cameras, yeah? So there's something that we're calling Mula shops. And on Mula shops, what we do is, if you have things to sell, what we do is we get your inventory. Let's use a use case. She has cabbages she's selling. We can take her cabbages and know she has maybe, are there different types of cabbages? Traditional vegetables, yes. Now we get her traditional vegetables, we will create shops and we'll create inventory. You know. So now you'll be able to come, we'll upload the inventory and we know the quantity she can supply. Yeah? So we put that. Maybe managu, terere, cabbage, zote, kunde. So we come and take her stock and we say this is the supply. Now once a kwapo, unaenda kwa e-shop to create on Facebook, then what it does is what you try and market out to the customers. Tunawaambia, if you want to buy goods, you can easily just come and select no button. Utakuja, go to your Facebook, una browse, unaona your ad imetokea, unasema yeah, nataka certain quantities, cabbage moja, terere mbili, managu X. Unafanya. Shaziona, then the easy way itakuwa tu, you put your details where you want her to deliver to the time. Unasema naishi hapa pale ama ofisi hapa, just drop them here. It will tell you this is how much you just need to pay for them, and we give you a very easy pay button. Now the pay button, you'll be able to select where do you want to pay for, because then it's not always that tutakuwa na pesa kwa M-Pesa. See, always tutakuwa na pesa kwa bank yako. It's not always that you always have cash. Yeah. So we put experiences that give you the choice to decide how you want to pay. We present the options for you when you want to pay. Unasema sawa, leo nitalipa na M-Pesa, ama kama una M-Pesa, you can ask your friend. Maybe I lent him, sorry, what's your name, sir? Mohammed. Labda Mohammed nilikuwa nimempa loan last week ya 500, lakini atanirudishia. Lakini sasa tunataka kununua mboga zangu, naambia ile loan nilikupa last week, wacha niinitiate nilipie. So through M-Pesa naweza kutumia wewe na unanilipia. Now once the money goes, unamlipia. Once you pay, unachukua pesa, then we will tell her, sawa, huyu ashalipa, you can deliver the goods, and then we will push that money to her bank account. Make it very easy. Yeah? Do you understand how all these things are coming and they are connected? And what we made easy now is, we have, this is especially for developers now, because this is where they sit in front here. We have made very simple APIs that you can use to easily integrate these shops. There are some things like the Mula shops we run. There is a mobile application. There's a mobile app called Mula. If you go in your Android shop, utapata mule hapo, ama saa hii kwende kwa simu tu mdai huko. Star 369 hash. 369 hash. Just that. Dial USSD code star 369 hash. Ama tuko na star 369 hash.
Across all platforms. Safaricom, Airtel, Telecom.
So what? Yeah. So we have channels that we talk directly to customers and we can support and put you the services. There are kama sasa mkiona hapo unaweza lipa bili yako ya power, ya water, ukiwa na any bill unataka mteja kulipe, you can easily avail it on that channel. We have a mobile app. Ukienda kwa Play Store, kuna mobile app tumedevelop. When you get time, I think there's Wi-Fi, you'll be able to download. You can actually go online, just search Mula and download. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to put your bills, your Zutu, your KSTV, your KPNC. And what we do, because now you see we have integrations to the systems, we usually go and we fetch the bill and we will display the bill to you and tell you this is when your bill is due, this is when you can pay. And at the point where you need to pay, you just click pay, automatically itakupatia option to select. Unataka kulipa through your M-Pesa, you want to pay through your bank, you want to pay, using your card, you'll have that visibility and ease to be able to do that. And as I said, we have very easy APIs that are online that you can be able to integrate your shops into that, and you can just collect your money and settle your money back to you. Very easy. Questions? Yes. Debit to you and then yes. Is that a bill? For a credit bill? Yes. Yes.
Let's say I'm running my own page.
Yeah.
I have my own followers. I have my own
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I need to put my money do I should collect that?
It's like
Let's say I want to maintain my own page. I don't want to
your own
put
page.
my money.
Yeah. It will actually link.
Yeah.
It
So
will
it's
actually.
just, yeah, you can actually put a logo, whatever it is, and then it takes you to
So I still
you can, that's an option.
Yeah. So it links to your page, it uses the page, so you don't lose the followers you had. It still links. The only thing we make it very easy to be able to present the inventory when customers select, and it comes integrated in the option for them to use. Yeah. Security tumefanya, we've taken care of all those things. Our banks, we've worked with them in airlines. I'll show you an example of what we've done for Kenya Airways.
So let's say someone pays.
Yeah.
Make sure that
That you deliver. So those are some of the things that when we're sending out our customers or businesses, we do due diligence and KYC. It's part of the process. So, and I'll just take you through a quick deck, so that you can be able to see the process, how you set up, how you sign up. But there's a process of KYC to make sure that once customer has requested, he has paid, he told you he's paid, you need to deliver. If you wanted to use, for example, the online experience, you just come and select your payment method and you just complete your payment. very easy and simple. So it allows you to do two use cases. If a customer wants to pay there and then they can pay. If they want to see the goods first, and then they pay after they receive the goods, they can continue to do this in that way. Yeah? Questions? Before I continue, yeah?
Yes, now, for example, I'm selling things on Instagram.
Yes.
Then there's that button where they can pay from Instagram if they want to pay minutes. Now, there's always this issue of nitakatwa pesa ngapi. Like with M-Pesa, they usually charge, with buy goods, they don't charge the customer, they charge 5%. Then there's pay bill, the customer is the one who is charged. Now, how will I integrate Cellulant into M-Pesa and those other banks?
So, and I'll get there. Can I answer the question in just 2 minutes? I'm getting there.
All
I'm
right.
able to connect how it's done. Yeah?
So the integration, how does it occur? Do you like give the developer a code or?
I'll get your question. I'll get to answer you. Yeah? What does it go to that? Yeah? So relating to what you say, and we'll connect in that way. Now what we've done to make it very, very easy for you, we usually collect money on your behalf. And so what we've done is we've opened those options. You have pay bill accounts, you have buy details that we open. We have accounts to collect from bank accounts across. So what it means is once you integrate with us, once you sign one contract, that one contract will allow you to open or collect payments from any of these payment methods. So what it means is you don't need to go and open your own TIN number. You don't need to go and open a different bank account with all the about 42 banks in Africa. In Kenya. Sorry, you don't need to go and have your own bank account in Kenya that way. So what happens is when the customer goes online and they pay, like you gave, for example, they go to Instagram and they bought something and now they say, let me pay. Now once they pay, they'll be given the payment experience. Yeah? Once they're given the payment experience, they'll select, let's say they want to pay M-Pesa. They'll come and select they want to pay M-Pesa. Now what will happen is there are different experiences that customers will get. Like for example, if it's M-Pesa, you will just get a prompt that tells you, hey, do you want to pay 350 for, what's the name of the shop?
Heights of Glamour.
A Glamour.
Heights of Glamour.
Heights of Glamour.
Yes.
Do you want to pay 500 bob to Heights of Glamour? Yeah? Now once they pay, we will debit or charge, we will remove money from their M-Pesa account. We'll put it into a collection account owned by Cellulant. Yeah? Then we will come and notify you and tell you, hey, Alex has paid. Now you need to deliver your service. Once you've delivered your service, you need to acknowledge and tell us that yes, you have delivered the service. And once that's acknowledged, then there is the payout now of the 500 bob that customer paid that is now paid to your account or where you want to receive the money. If it's in M-Pesa or if it's your bank account. To answer your question directly here, in terms of is it a pay bill, is it a buy goods, it all depends on how you run your business models. Do you want to charge your customers and pass that charge to them? Or do you want to absorb it? Because in pay bill, when you use a pay bill, the charge they do when they're doing the transfer is borne by them. If you take a buy goods, it means you have chosen, in your business model, you have chosen to accept that 0.5% of the charge you pay. Yeah? So it all depends on how you work how your business model and your pricing is. So you need to fit that cost somewhere. Will you put it as part of, so if you're selling your 500 bob, if you remove your cost of production and the margins you're putting, so do you want to take part of that and you don't let your customer pay and you take it, or do you want your customer to just pay the charge on their own? Yeah.
Just for clarification,
Yeah.
do I need, can I just have a bank account to say my account with KCB? Then KCB is the only account I have. Sina pay bill, sina all that
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
I can just have an account now
Yes.
as a deliver.
So your bank account will come here, and I'll show you in the next slide. There's show you. So when you sign up, so your KCB account is what we will link here as your merchant account in KCB. Yeah. Now, when we are coming to collect, we have collection accounts in all these different accounts. This can be M-Pesa, KCB Bank, or Equity. It can be customer who has paid with a card. Yeah. So we will collect this and we'll make sure all these monies that we collected from all these people, we will sweep that money, put it together. You will get a settlement into your bank account saying, hey, these 2 days, you've done transactions worth 100,000, here's your 100,000 in your KCB account. You will receive it there. And definitely come saying that 100,000 that's in your bank account is for sales of 100 items, and these are the items you told us to collect money on your behalf.
One more question.
Yes.
Now, for example, someone has bought a pair of leather sandals and they want to pay on delivery. Then I have sent my delivery guy apeleke viatu Tamarind and the client wants to pay on delivery. Then ameshapima and all that. So anamwambia we enda pay. How will I be sure I can get my money?
So if you're on delivery, we can't let you. Where's that jump?
So I stand there until they pay. So
even today, if you deliver goods today with the Boda guy, do you leave there cards at home?
No, he doesn't leave until I say I've gotten the payment. That's what we do. He doesn't leave the place where the customer is. Yes, until I confirm that you can leave, I've received the payment.
Now, what we've done is, as part of the onboarding, if you're going to take the offline option, you'll be able to set up and say, these are the delivery guys we're using. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
And once a payment has been paid and it's notified, we easily just update you. And after the semester, same mteja amelipa, what else we want, they go. Yeah. Yes.
Alafu on the part of the seller umesema this seller acknowledges that deliver the goods. But does this buyer have any impact at that point? Anaweza kuna vile ata confirm kuwa this seller has delivered ama you just take the word of the seller for it?
So it's two ways and how it happens, yeah? So it can either be, so one, you need to we go through a process of KYC where we vet you and make sure that you're going to pay. So there's something in digital world called chargebacks or refunds. Yeah? So there might be a place where this process goes okay. Sorry. Where customer may be paid before, yeah, and expected that you're going to deliver. And maybe here you came and said you deliver, but in the real sense, you actually didn't deliver this to the customer. Yeah? Now what happens is there's a process that's called refunds or chargebacks, where a customer will now raise a query and say, hey, I paid for these goods, but they never came, though the merchant said he paid. So there's a resolution case that's raised, and in that case, what happens is, if it does occur that the customer did not actually receive the goods, then that falls into a case where, and this is now what you call fraud, which is a very big aspect that we built into the system to try and monitor. Where merchant, then that's a case where you can say it's merchant fraud, where merchant says, gives the service, customer pays, but the merchant did not deliver. Now what happens in that case is, there's a monitor that's maintained on our end to monitor how many of those cases are rising. And if it happens, there's maybe for your type of business, if it's maybe the threshold is, for example, 5 customers raised that they do not receive their goods, definitely what happens is there's always a refund that's done back to the customer after the case has been resolved. The customer is paid back, but then for that merchant, if let's say 5 is the number of customers you need to complain, if it reaches that 5, then the customer is now not allowed to receive payments digitally through here. So does it happen? It does happen, and there are those cases, but there's a process that is put in place to deal with that. From you.
How much do they pay to
Merchant.
2% of the
Pardon? Not that.
Yeah, about 2%. So it never goes above, as a general rule, it never goes above 2% in as far as the money movement is concerned, of the transaction value.
So that's where it starts. But the cost comes down based on volume. So if you're doing more volumes that are high, then that rate can be negotiated
Lower and lower.
lower and lower.
With whatever business you're doing, it is so important for you to have data to know who your customer is, how frequent does the customer come to you, how much does the customer use, and what are those products that the customer is actually using on a regular basis. So what we are giving, just more than the fact that you can get M-Pesa, your bank, and all those other things, is you can pull reports. You actually can look at the health of your business as you're growing slowly by slowly, and actually say, this is how much I make on a daily basis, this is a frequent customer, even give discounts to these people who are actually doing more transactions. So it becomes, even as your business grows, because I'm sure every single person's ambition in this room is to have their businesses grow, is that you're actually able to give data and say, look at how my business performs. You're able to say Mondays are better than Tuesdays, maybe let me push a bit on Wednesday. Maybe even if it's as far as produce is concerned, you actually are able to see when you should have more and less. So even wastage goes, if you want to ask for facilities going forward, you have a place you can actually pull your data and say, this is the health of your business, because I have had data of who my customer is. I know what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, which is very, very good. So I think you had a question. You had a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Depending on your relationship with the customer,
Yes.
can you reach a point where you allow the customer to buy on credit terms?
Yes. So
Yes.
there's something which will be releasing towards 2nd June 2019, where imagine an experience like this. You come and you start your day, you buy airtime, 50 bob, you take an Uber or a Taxify, or maybe 300 bob, you went to Amboga, and then you do not pay, you're just spending, umeenda kwa Amboga, umechukua maziwa, then at the end of the day, you get a summary bill that tells you, today you've used 1,000 bob, now you can pay it here. But you still got your services in that way. Or think of a place where umepita umenashachukua and unachukua utakuiacha, but you don't have the money there, and then you want to take it and you want to pay it at the end of the week. You lazima labda unalipwa next week. So we are building up a product which basically we're calling it Mula Assist, where the more you spend and the more we know about your trends, we're actually going to score you. And we're going to give you a limit within which you can be able to actually spend the service to authorized merchants that are in the system. So what happens is, for the customer who will score, we take that risk as Cellulant. As the merchant, we will ensure if the goods they're buying is 200 bob, you're assured that you can get your 200 bob. And it's put in, Cellulant who takes the risk on that customer to make sure we collect from that customer in that way.
Yeah.
So we are easily now trying to make sure, as you know, you can push as many sales, we assure you you're going to get the sales, but we're building in tools and analytics to make sure we can recover from the customer, based on the risk we have taken. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only it's more, it speaks more to the local, it's very localized. Yeah, it's completely localized. Yeah. And it's localized country to country, yes. I mean, we hope that the people in this room, their mission is bigger than just the confines of Kenya. And then, I mean, we also have that extends far across. We're able to do local currencies to international currencies. It's something that you can actually scale slowly by slowly and answer to the consumers that you're going to be serving.